Hello guys, in today's video we will be creating a CI/CD pipeline using the services provided by AWS. So let's get started. First thing we are going to do is we will be creating a new folder. You can name it however you want to. So this will be my folder name, and then we will go inside it and open our command line. From here, we will be opening our Visual Studio Code. You can use whichever IDE you want to. I'll be using Visual Studio Code because it's more friendly. So open up a new terminal. In this terminal, make sure you are in the right direction. So this is our link, our GitHub like repository, our application, which we will be using in this project. You can fork this application. I'll provide the link to this fork. You fork this into your own GitHub repository and then copy the link of this application. Now go inside your Visual Studio Code and then you will be cloning this repository into your local IDE. We'll use git clone and then the link you just copied, and you will see that the files are being downloaded here. From there, then you will be going inside that directory we just downloaded. So you will use cd and the directory name. And yes, there you go. You are inside the directory. Here you are seeing an app.js file. This is our main code file. So we will be working in line number 5. You can say that we have edited the line number 5, and then we will be pushing these changes to GitHub repository. So first we use git status to see the changes in our file, and then we will be using git git add and then the name of your file, and then we will commit the changes and finally push these changes to your repository. This might take a while. Yes, as the changes are pushed, we will open our repository and see if we can see that commit or not. Yes, you can see that here. App.js file, a new commit, which is pushed right now. So right now our architecture look like this. We have a Git repository, and nextly we will be using AWS Cloud Services. Now open your AWS console. You can like create your own account or just log into your existing account. I will like pause my video here to log in. Okay, here we will be searching Elastic Beanstalk, which is a service for deploying and scaling web application and services. Like it will host your application. Create a new application and make sure that in environment there web server environment is selected. Then you will be naming your application, give it some unique name like DevOps getting started, and environment information. You can see that environment name is created. And in platform, your what platform will you be using depends on your application. So right now we have an app.js which runs on Node platform. So we will choose Node.js, and it will give us a recommended platform branch and platform version. Okay, so in application code, If you have an already existing application, you can like upload it into your S3 bucket and then give it a link, give this link here. But we will be choosing sample application here. And in presets, make sure that you are using single instance, which is a free tier eligible so that you won't get charged. And then click next. Right, okay, so here you will be needing a role to give permissions. You can like use an existing role or create a new service role. You can also view the permissions which will be granted by creating this new server service role. I have an existing role, so I will be using that with the same permission. And then click on next to review. Skip to review, sorry. All other changes will remain like default. You can see the changes made here and then click submit to create Elastic Beanstalk service for your application. It will take some time. So yeah, I will pause this video and then return. Okay, upon completion, you can see this link here. When you open it and you see this page, which means that your application has been successfully deployed. So right now we have our Git repository, and in AWS cloud we have created Elastic Beanstalk service, which will be hosting our application. So now we need now what we need is a continuous integration service. For that, we will be using Code Build, which is a fully managed continuous integration service that compiles, run, test, and produce software packages which are like ready to deploy. So what we will do now, create a new build project. And in this build project, first we will name our project. You can name it whatever you want to, but I will be naming it as build DevOps getting started. So in source, our source will be the Git repository which we created. So select as GitHub. I will disconnect right now to show you how to connect your Git repository. Okay, so you are seeing this connect using OAuth. Select this and then you click on connect to GitHub. You will be asked to like grant access and all, then proceed. You can see it here that we have two options, public repository or repository in my GitHub account. So in our case, we will always be using the repository in our GitHub account and then select the repository with just void. Just okay, so rest of the things will be default, but still make sure that these are the options which are selected: manage image, onboard, and easy to. In operating system, you can choose Amazon Linux, which I'm choosing here, and in runtime, you can choose standard. And basically, these other options will be you can choose whichever you want to. Yeah, I'm choosing the standard image. And now they will be asking you about the service role. You can either create a new service role or choose the existing service role. It will like allow the default permissions. Okay, so it will ask you a big build spec. You can like add the code I'm writing on my screen. You can pause the video and add this code. Make sure that the spacing between each line is exactly the same as it is here. Don't use spacebar, use tabs. You can go ahead and pause this video to write that code. Okay. Rest of the changes will be remains as default, and then press on click create a build. After you have successfully reached here, click on start build, and it will take some time to create the whole build. I will pause the video and then return back. After it is successfully created, you will see that status has succeeded, and in build logs, you can see the tasks which have been done over here. These are the build logs, and right now we have our Git repository. We have created our code build, which is like a CI pipeline, and then in the AWS. Next, we will be creating our code pipeline, which is a continuous delivery service. You can use to like or you can use this service to automate the steps required to release your software. We're pushing these changes to our Elastic Beanstalk, but later on. Okay, so create a new pipeline. Give your pipeline a unique name. Yeah, this is my pipeline name, and make sure these options are selected. You can create a new service role or existing service role, depends on you, and then click next. Just a second. I will be using a new service. Okay, then click on next button. Here you will be choosing the source, our source, like the source of this project. So our source will be like the GitHub where our application is being hosted. We will again connect to our GitHub repository, our GitHub account. From there, we will fetch our repository. Okay, now select the repository we just for previously, and yeah, this is our repository, and in branch, we will be selecting the main. Make sure that GitHub webhook is selected and then click next. Here in build stage, what you will do is choose code build, because obviously we are using the code with our service, and in region, you can choose whichever the region you want to. I'm using US West. In project name, yes, you will see a default build pop-up which you created in code build, and make sure other options are the same. Okay, in deploy build, we are deploying our application to Elastic Beanstalk, so make sure that it is selected. And region is, make sure all of the regions you're using in this project are same. Choose the application name we just created in our Elastic Beanstalk, and the environment name as well, and then click on next. Here you can confirm the projects you just chose or changes you made, and after confirmation, click on create a pipeline. We are having an error. Yes, I think the service role is making error for me. If you're not having this error, you can just skip this step. Okay, we'll be going back to step number 1, and then we'll use an existing role. Yeah, we just created that previously. Okay, then proceed to next button. Proceed to step number 5 and then click on next. Yes, create a pipeline. It will take some time. Okay, when it is successfully created, you see 3 stages here: sort stage, build, and deploy stage. One by one, they will be building, and when they're completely built, you will see them in green color. It means that they're successfully built. Okay, up till now we have our Git repository. We created code built for service, and in Elastic Beanstalk we pushed those all of the changes and code pipeline we have used to create our CD like pipeline. All of these changes are pushed to our Elastic Beanstalk. Okay, now what we will be doing is we'll be creating another stage, review stage, because we don't want to like automatically uh, make changes. We need another stage where we can like allow or reject the change. So we will name this stage as a review stage. Make sure this stage is between build and deploy command. Deploy stage, sorry. Add an action group to this review stage. You can like name it as manual review because we'll be manually reviewing our changes, and select the manual approval. Rest of the things, leave them empty, and then yes, done. You've seen that this stage is edit, so save the changes we just made. Yes, save it. And then you can see a review stage. It is not activated yet because we haven't made any changes. So let's go back to our Visual Studio IDE and let's make some changes in line number 5. Change that text. We can write DevOps engineers exclamation marks, and then push these changes to our Git repository. Git add, git commit, and git push. Okay, there's a shortcut to like go back to the commands without writing them, which is that up or down arrow on your keyboard, which I'm using over here. Yeah, and give some message in your commit, and then push these changes to your git branch. Yes, git push origin main, and wait for it. Yeah, okay. Our changes are like pushed to GitHub branch. Now we will be seeing that our review stage is asking for manual approval to that changes we just pushed to our Git repository. You can like go ahead or and see the commit or you just passed, and then you can also write a comment or a message. What you can also do is go to the revisions tab, which you are seeing above, and you can see that here the commit is written as second commit. We go ahead and approve this change and write any comments if you want to, and then click on submit. And yes, you can see that after some time, our review stage is green, which means the review is granted. Now go to Elastic Beanstalk service. From there, select the project you created and click on the domain link. From there, you can see that the application here. Go ahead and push these changes to your GitHub repository. Git add all, git commit m, and git push origin main. Go to your Git repository after the changes have been made and refresh the page. You can see the commit has been pushed. Now go to your AWS code pipeline and wait for the review stage. Approve these changes and click on the submit button. Now wait for the review stage to get green and deploy stage as well. And open the Elastic Beanstalk link in deploy stage and click on the domain link. From there, you will be seeing the changes which we made here as live. And there you go. So up till now, we have created a code build responsible for continuous integration, code pipeline for CD, and added a review stage into our Elastic Beanstalk.